Alright, so I picked up a Sightron S3 60-24 by 50 front focal plane. Mil. It's got the mil hash reticle with the center dot. Um, when you pick it up, it feels great. Had it side by side with the 4-16 PST. The 60-24 PST, as far as I know, is on the same, more or less the same specs, weight wise and length wise, and blah blah blah, as the 4-16. The only difference is the magnification. This doesn't have illumination where the PST does. This doesn't have zero stop where the PST does. But I kind of find those, you know, like the zero stop I'd love to have. Illumination, I'm not really worried about it. The clicks, fantabulous. Everything about it, fantabulous. PST turrets are a little bit better. I ain't gonna lie, not much better, but a little bit. Um, Everybody knows that PST has great turrets. So, so this is already mounted up in some badger rings, but and I had it on the rifle. Dry fired it some. It was dry firing at like 700 yards, and it was like easy to get behind. Uh, Sorry, easy to get behind. Fast focus eyepiece worked fantastic. It's not going to move on its own. Same with the parallax, not going to move on its own. Turrets not going to move on their own. Um, but it just feels so much more robust than the PST. The PST just feels so much cheaper, and I've had them all, and as far as I'm concerned, they're all on the same plane. They all feel way cheaper than this, and pretty much anything else that I've felt that comes out of Japan. Um, the Japanese stuff is just, I don't know. To me, it's better built. Um, the Filipino stuff, not so much. Not, I don't know. It's probably just me, and I'm probably just nitpicking, but I don't personally feel that. The glass is awesome in this thing. So much better than a PST. If you put on a scale of 1 to 10, if you put like the BSAs and the primary arms and those BS tactical scopes at the bottom end, which that's where they belong, and then maybe like a Falcon Menace at like a 3 or 4, PST at like, or we'll say a Falcon Menace at a 3 and a PST to 5, and a Mark 4 to 6. This is probably like an 8 or a 9. This is better than a Mark 4 as far as the glass goes, no question about it. I got a 4 to 14 in there. It's better than a Mark 4. It's better than a VXR Patrol, way better than that. I've got that too. It's right up there, pushing, knocking on Night Force's door. At least that's my opinion. Uh, DMR, I think it's better than a DMR. Got one of those. Or yeah. I think this is glass is great. Um, the one complaint I do have is that the turrets. So we'll start with the elevation. Hopefully this can be made out. So this actually goes 5, 10, 15, all the way around to 45, and I added my little dot in there. Well, the problem with this is that it says 1 centimeter to 100 meters, 0.36 inches at 100 yards, and then zero point 0.1 MRAD. Well, the problem with all that crap is that centimeter and an inch are linear measurements, and an MRAD is an angular measurement. So is minute of angle. They're different. Their value is different, but they're angular measurements. A centimeter and an inch just so happen a centimeter is 0.36 inches at 100 yards. 0.36 inches happens to be 1/10 MRAD, or 1/10 mil. But one's a linear measurement, one's an angular measurement. Do they kind of go together in this instance? Yes, but in my opinion, they need to wash away this other crap and just stick with MRAD, because that's what the industry's going for. Whether it's minute of angle or MRAD, there's no point to mixing the two, trying to make sense of them, because they don't make sense. Yes, they happen to be, kind of equal at specific distances, but But yeah, I don't know why they did this. They need to do away with that crap. Stick with MRAD. Just, stick with one thing. All you're doing is inducing confusion. For people that don't know, I've heard people say, "Oh, well, 1 centimeter is the same thing as an MRAD." Well, no, it's not. It's a completely different measurement. So one's linear and one's angular. Anyway, and then the wind edge turret. Let's see if I can get this on there. So you got, if I go right, I got 5. I got 5. I added my point. Why they did that, I don't know. I mean, it's just so stupid. But anyway, so then if you wrap it around, say you go the other way and you go left, well, now it says I marked it out, but it says 45 and 40, 40 and 35 and 30, so on and so forth. It should say 0.5 or 5 or whatever you want to do, but I mean, at least fix this. I mean, this is just stupid, and it's just insanity. I don't know. So 5 or 0.5 or whatever, and then 10 or 1.0, whatever. But this 45, 40, I mean, you're going one way, you got 5, 10, 15. You go the other way, you should have 5, 10, 15, not 45, 40, 35. And then coming around to 2.5, that's your halfway point. So if I do this, and now I've dialed, 2.5 mils left. Well, if I zero it out, right? 0, showing 0. And then, boom, I got 2.5 right. There we go, 2.5 right. I mean, it's not that friggin' hard. That's what it should be. Whoever designed that probably shouldn't be in the optics industry, but whatever. It can be fixed. Turret wrap, paint marker, Sharpie paint markers. You can black it out. Stuff comes off with alcohol, kind of like the old alcohol pens we had for doing maps and stuff. But in this case, you can write on this kind of crap. So, yeah, that's a quick fix, or you can take a label maker and do it with that. Take you a little bit longer with a label maker. But anyway, great scope. Get the hiccups. Great scope. If somebody said, or I'll put it this way, if you can get this scope, so the front focal planes you can't get with illumination. You can get them mil or MOA, but you can't get them with illumination. So if you take the second focal plane, MOA, turret, MOA reticle, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. People are on this mil kick, no real reason to be, because, as long as the turret matches the reticle, that's all I really care about, because I'll be able to call my misses and stuff a little bit easier. As long as they match, I don't care. Turret, reticle match. So if you get the MOA reticle, MOA turret, and then illumination, second focal plane, put that on one side, 624 by 50, and then you get the Vortex PST, 624 by 50. You can get the MOA reticle, MOA turret, illumination. Now I have no idea what the illumination is like in these Sightrons. If it's executed like the rest of the scopes, probably pretty good, probably perfectly serviceable. That is one thing that Vortex has got going for them, is they get their illumination down pat. They have, even on the PSTs, it's great. Now this doesn't have zero stop, but if you put the two side by side, the Sightron 624 second focal, PST second focal, so at that point, the only thing that you're coming out ahead with on the PST is the zero stop. That can be addressed here at the zero hashes or marks or whatever you want to call them, or just keeping track of your shit. The quality in this, to me, is so much higher. I mean, if the quality in the second focal plane is equal to this one, there's no question I get this one. I get the Sightron. The Sightron is simply better, in my opinion. That's it.